Welcome back to Joy of the Hang, Sharon and Lauren, and we have a guest, Linda, with us today. You say your last name, Krysinski?
Krysinski.
Oh, I got it right. I'm getting really good with last names, aren't I?
You are, as long as there's not an R to roll. You're very good with last names.
I'm going to leave those to you because you're an expert at it.
Linda, can you roll your R's?
Oh, yes, I can. Krysinski.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
What can I say? I'm a small town girl. I don't know how to roll my R's. Anyway, welcome back. And for those of you that are listening on Spotify or Apple, you can now also see us on YouTube. So that's pretty exciting. We've started to videotape as well as audio record our episodes. So welcome back. And Lauren, how are you today?
I'm great today, Sharon. I'm a little bummed out though with the new YouTube filming that we can't see my shoes.
Stand up.
We'll have to
get right up there.
We might have to figure that out. I mean, who doesn't want to see
There
zebra?
you go.
They are fabulous.
Yes.
Right? A little YSL style heel, easy to walk in, and zebra.
Lauren's nickname is Boots.
And we
wonder why. She's got her boots on even in a 90-degree day in Sarasota in the summer.
Her boots were made for walking.
Her boots were made for walking.
Because it's fun. Fashion's supposed to be fun. We all know that.
Pumps, my little Jessica Simpson. Aren't they the cutest though? I've had them forever.
They're super cute.
And Linda's wearing a beautiful Trina Turk dress.
Trina Turk dress. And I have some Christian, well, I don't know if I can get my Christian Louis Vuitton.
Nice.
She's got the red bottoms. She's all in.
And what would you say was the over-under for the moment I saw your dress, how long it took me to purchase the same dress online?
It took her a hot minute. Those boots front.
And for those of you that can't see, it's this beautiful orange with these, what would you call this? Floral?
They're like daisy flowers. It's almost like a three-dimensional dress. Mm-hmm. That's what made me love it so much.
Yeah.
Big. It's like kind of oversized sleeves, and it kind of makes a statement when you walk in.
Yeah.
I love it. And honey, if you don't, you'll like it on the floor. So don't worry about it.
Now, Linda is a local fashionista. She's a personal stylist at a very well-known department store here in town. And she's also an amazing connector. You've lived in Sarasota for how long?
So I've been in Sarasota off and on from 1976 from Chicago. So I've, have years of meeting people and connecting, and I just love it. I love Sarasota.
And today is her birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Linda. I'm not going to ask you which one it is.
No, because I'm just going to get immature as the day goes on.
I like that. We're aging in reverse here on Joy of the Hang.
Well,
right?
You just keep in mind today might be your actual birthday, but you really need to celebrate for like an entire month.
Oh, I have been.
Okay,
I had my birthday month, and I've been very loud and proud about it.
Right. You don't want to deprive someone of the privilege of either buying you a gift or buying you a shot or a martini.
That's
or
correct.
Whatever.
Cupcake, whatever it is.
Right.
Can I just say, I am also one of those people that likes to celebrate everything. Like if it's my birthday, if it's Valentine's Day, if it's Mother's Day, I want to be celebrated.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
I do not like it when my birthday goes unnoticed. I am a brat about it, actually.
That's okay.
I'm like, wait a minute.
That's good.
You don't have to give me the gifts, but let's have fun.
That's right. I'm here for a good time.
Let's have a good time.
Okay, so I want to go back to the amount of time you've lived in Sarasota and the connecting of people, because I find that fascinating. It's a skill set that a lot of people think they have but don't have. Requires a lot of hard work as well as, certain personality traits for sure. But, if you could talk a little bit more about what you do in terms of if someone's having a huge event and, they call you because you're the person to bring the people.
Yeah. So that's a great question. And, again, it takes years of connecting and building relationships and trust with people. And I have, I love our community, and I love connecting with people and the right people, putting the right people together. But when someone does call me, and if depending on the event, then I reach out to my friends and my people I know and invite them all to come. So, and also other businesses. So that way we're all working together in this small community. And that's another thing, is connecting other people with businesses. So
helping out, which
yeah,
I like to do too.
correct,
Right?
correct,
Like
or non-for-profit as well, because
Okay.
we have, this is a very non-for-profit,
It's amazing the difference we could make if we all did that. I remember when one of my besties, Jetta, who's going to be on because she just found at 52 years old that her dad is not her daddy.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, and when she was getting married like 13 years ago on the beach to her now husband, another friend of mine happened to own and run a restaurant that was fabulous and catered. And I, hooked the two of them up.
Mm-hmm. That's what it's about.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't
And that's how it goes. And that's the beauty of it, introducing people together and the right people too,
Well, I was going to ask on that note, for having the right people in different kind of events, is that difficult to weed out? Like, obviously, you want to say this in the nicest way possible, but I would like to think that if someone was having some type of event where people were going to be purchasing, cars that were $250,000 or more, I'm not getting invited to that party. I have a very nice life, but I'm not purchasing, a Rolls Royce or a Bentley.
So you would get invited in my book.
Okay.
You would get invited. And the reason is because maybe you're not buying a car, but you are going to be able to meet new people, like-minded people.
Okay.
So not everyone is a car person.
Okay.
But some people are. But you're putting people in the room together that can connect.
Okay.
And they will find other common grounds. But that's the way I look at it. It's not always,
I like that.
It's about putting different personalities, different likes and interests. And also we're a melting pot here. I mean, really, there's not that many people from Sarasota, but, and I love it here. So I'll tell my friends that are originally born here. But there's so many interests. Every time I meet somebody, I love to learn their story. I love to hear how they came here, and I'm always amazed by all the stories I learn. So,
well, it is amazing. I mean, you said how, people are from everywhere. I mean, we lived in LA for years. LA is very transient. I find Sarasota to be more transient than LA. No one's actually from here. And in fact, every time I meet someone who is, I call them a unicorn. Like, oh my God, a real unicorn. And actually 9 out of 10 times they respond to me, I know, right?
Yeah.
They know exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
Because so few people are actually from Sarasota.
Yeah. Yeah. And, and when I first moved here years ago, my family, we were on Lido. So to see the change, of course, it's grown so much. Yeah. But years ago, I worked at a law firm, and the lawyers actually wore cowboy hats and cowboy boots. This was like a cowboy town. There's a lot of ranchers and it
farm
was very
country.
Yeah, and everyone had an accent, a southern accent. Yeah. And I'm like, so it's not like that so much anymore. But
too bad. I'd love me a little Texas and Sarasota.
Well,
right?
You got the boots. You got it. I know.
What woman doesn't?
You're bringing the Texas.
What woman doesn't like a man in a cowboy hat and cowboy boots?
Right.
Just saying.
Right.
She has a point. She has a point. So how did you get interested in fashion?
Oh my gosh. I'll be honest with you. I think I always loved it, but I was a competitive skater growing up.
Okay.
And it's going to get a little dorky here because it wasn't an ice skater. It was a roller skater. Oh. So I skated competitive, just like on ice skates, but on roller skates.
Roller skates.
So when we had
like singles or like roller derby, were you like knocking other girls out? Or?
I could, but I didn't. I could. But no, I was doing more like the dance, like the tango, the waltz, and then pairs. But
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It is.
I did it in my basement. I didn't know, like solo with friends. I had never had any idea.
You don't even see. You know what? Roller rinks aren't even a thing anymore.
Well, we have one in Bradenton.
Do we?
Yes, we do. We had one in Sarasota, but they knocked it down. But the one in Bradenton is still active and going.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. Girls trip.
Fun. Yeah,
That's
that
right.
would be
Girls
a lot of fun.
night out.
Anyway, back to your story.
Yeah.
We're both like, okay.
Yeah. So we would make the costumes, and of course I was like all over that. And so we used to put Swarovski crystal and feathers. Well, at least I did. When I say we, it was me. So that's where I think it really started, because I was young then the makeup and the hair. And I mean, I don't think I've seen my real hair color since I was, I don't know, like 10.
What woman has? Seriously,
Yeah.
who has?
Right. So
Yeah.
if it was up to me, I would have been walking around even to go to the grocery store in Swarovski crystal and feathers.
And still?
Yeah, and still today.
Yeah.
Well, to that note, though, I love costume jewelry, and I
Right?
have a lot of it. I could definitely open up a store and sell it if I wanted to. But I thought, why do you have to wait sometimes to wear something for a special occasion? Like, I don't care. I don't need permission from somebody to wear 3 different, chains headed to the grocery store with a sweatshirt or what have you.
I love that you said that because that's one of my mottos. People say to me, well, where am I going to wear this? I said, Publix.
Yeah, I love it.
And then maybe if we add this, maybe Whole Foods.
Right?
So yeah,
Oh,
you have to
that's
go to the grocery
funny.
store.
That's funny.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So I have a question. If a client comes to you for the first time and they're like, I have no idea what looks good on me, where do you start?
Well, that's a great question. So usually I ask them about their lifestyle and of course, their sizes and if they, if they're going on any trips so lifestyle is a big part of it.
Okay.
And then I actually bring, pick everything out for the client and then they come in and I dress them from head to toe. And I love, because usually they always say, I don't know what to do. And then they start saying, but I like this and I like this.
Yeah.
And so you just really have to listen.
Okay.
And then I always like to throw wild cards in there because I, want to dress them and style them so that they look fun and that they're enjoying their lifestyle. So basically it's really a lifestyle thing. And it's the same thing like you guys were mentioning cars, that goes with it. Like when I see a car, I'm like, ooh, that outfit would look great with that car. Or that car would look great with that outfit.
Okay.
So
like
they all go together. So,
Yeah.
I think that's all just, it's artistic and it's part of who you are, your personality.
I would be curious. This is such a me question or comment. How many women or men that you've done that for, and when you propose to them or give them something that's sort of a little out of their box to wear, and although they're like excited and they love it, I wonder if they wore it like once or twice and then reverted back to.
No, they usually don't. So I actually have a client here in town and other clients are coming to me and they're like, oh my gosh, you've changed her whole way of dressing, and everyone, so I get more clients because of that. And so I love that because that's what I kind of like to do is I like to take people outside of their box, and try something new. Try something different.
Tell me about that transformation. What have you seen? Like, what happens to someone when they finally put on clothes and they look at themselves in the mirror and they feel good? Like, what happens?
I think it's empowering.
Yeah,
I do. I think it really lifts up their confidence. And of course, if I see that they're in like, one of the local magazines or paper, I'm like, yes, because it really just makes you feel so good. And that's really what I love about this whole thing about putting people together, styling, whatever it is making people feel good and having a great experience.
Do you work with like a color wheel or do you?
I don't. And I've had people ask me that. Yeah. For me, I kind of, maybe I have a crazy brain, but I see things and it just kind of hits me. I know.
Well, it makes me happy that when you said that, that you have clients that have stayed, with a new approach. And I really, when I think about it, I don't see it as you changing them at all, but more sort of along the lines of giving them permission to be who they really want to be. Because I've always looked at it with women that, they say when people, are on their final moments that one of the biggest regrets they have is not being true to themselves, living them true selves. And I do think though that a lot of people need permission. They need someone like you who they respect. They know they're good at what they do to say like, this is okay. Like you look great.
Yep.
It's okay to be you. It's okay to stand out.
That's right. I totally agree with that. And it's been probably the last few years, being at my birthday, which I'm not going to say what I am, but there was years I didn't live in my truth. And when you start living in your truth, you just be who you are. And that's the most liberating thing and empowering thing. So I think, that all goes hand in hand with it.
Was there a catalyst, something that happened to you that, sparked you or encouraged you to live your truth?
Well, I'll kind of go, this is one of them. So during COVID, I got really sick and then I went and lived on a farm.
That's great.
And so lived on a farm.
EIO kind of farm,
like Zsa Zsa Gabor kind of farm.
Okay.
So and I was driving tractors and all that, and I want to go shopping. There is nowhere to go shopping. So you go to the local feed store. Next thing you know, I'm getting overalls and Carhartts, and I'm putting them on with my heels, and I'm driving tractors.
So it was you. You're the one that made Carhartt famous and bougie, but now it's
it's like a thing now.
It's a thing now.
Yeah, I wear them with heels. And
I think it might have been you.
But I think Gwen Stefani really did that. Okay. Yeah, so she was my inspiration. So. But so I think that that really kind of opened my brain. Before, I think I was a little bit not as open with it.
Not as adventurous.
Exactly. Thank you. I was looking for the word. Okay. And it's so fun. Here I am in the feed store and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at this and look at that. I'm getting trucker hats. And I'm like, I had such a blast with that. And then it was so fun putting it on social media. And then everyone back here, my Sarasota family and friends, they were dying. They were like, oh my gosh.
What's happened to Linda?
So, and it was fun. Then my best friend, she bought a house in the country and she moved to the farm. And it was it's crazy. It's fun. Yeah.
Oh, that is fun.
So
that's a lot of fun.
So that's all you need to do. You heard it right here, folks. If you need a life change, you need to light a fire under your butt.
That's
live on a farm.
Go live on a farm.
And wear Carhartts with heels.
That's right.
with Louboutins, is that where?
With that, and don't forget, put that costume jewelry on. A lot of rhinestones.
Yeah.
In full disclosure, I actually bought a Carhartt jacket, and I found a pillowcase with some pink colors in it with a tiger on it. Fun. And had a seamstress put that on the back of the Carhartt jacket.
I love that.
I know.
I know. You two could be soul sisters.
I'll wear it for the next little thing.
Oh, that's it. About being creative and having fun, and and that's what I love about what you guys are doing. Is it's so creative and fun, and you're empowering a lot of people for sure.
So tell us about one of the more recent shindigs you did, parties, and how many people came.
Oh, you want to hear the tea. Lauren is all about the tea.
I'm all about the tea.
Let's hear about society gossip in Sarasota.
I didn't want any gossip.
Come on, Linda.
No negative talk, no gossip or negative talk, just about the party, how many people came. I want to hear about, that's got to be stressful when you've signed on to bring people to a party. That is your job, your role. You got to bring the people. You don't want the day showing up and 10 people show up.
Yeah, well, that you're right, and it is. You can get a little stressed out, but I honestly, I just get more geared up. I love it. I love the adrenaline of putting it all together. But the last one I had was at the new Ritz-Carlton, and we had a lot of people that wanted to join in and collaborate. So we had Rolls Royce there. We had Monte Cristo cigars. We had Horse Soldier bourbon. We had Christian Dior. We had, I'm going to leave anyone out. We had Flowers by Posies, which is this cute little Volkswagen bus. It's so tiny. It pulls up and
it serves the wine.
There's one that the wine girl was there too. We had her too. Okay. But then this one, she was handing out flower bouquets. It's like something out of France.
I'd rather have the rose.
Well, we had champagne. I want both. We had tsunami sushi. But it was really cool because we had so many new, for the residents that already bought at the new unit, they all came. They all flew from, wherever their other homes are. And so it was fun to meet them all and hear their stories. And wow, that was like a melting pot of people. And that's really the fun part of it, and then everyone gets to meet each other. So
it's great networking for everybody.
Yeah. So we probably had like 100 people there.
Fun.
Yeah.
That does sound like fun.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
It does. We have to do an event and have you bring some people.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Could do it here at the house.
Right? That would be great.
It would be fun.
Yeah. That would be fun.
So now,
but I want the rosé van, Sharon, not the flower van.
She's high maintenance. I'm telling you, it's tough being around this bougie bitch all the time. we can talk to each other that way, right?
We most certainly can. We most certainly can.
She's a bougie bitch.
That is, but I'm your bougie bitch, Sharon.
You are my
right.
bougie bitch.
That's right.
I love you. Love you, girl.
Love you back.
Anyway, more about you, Linda. So back to you.
I kind of turn it to you
back
because
to you.
I was at an event here in town, and that's where I met you because you and your husband were on the dance floor. And I'm like, I was like, oh my gosh, these guys are the best dancers. I was like, and I walked right over to you guys and said, oh my gosh, hi, I'm Linda. What's your name?
I know. That was so much fun. No, that's a shout out to Courtney and Charlie Shrem, who we've had on the podcast, who are wonderful neighbors of ours. They're so generous. And they have a Christmas party every year.
Yep.
Christmas Eve party. And yeah, we met that night. I'm sorry, I don't remember, but there were
okay.
a lot of people there. There were
Right.
a lot of people there. Well, I hope it was last Christmas and not the Christmas before.
It was last Christmas.
Because did you hear what I was the year before?
No, I didn't.
So the theme of you're going to die. I wanted to crawl under a rock. You know where this is going. I wanted to
So
crawl.
I can't keep a straight face.
Did you show up in a
I'm just
costume?
thinking in the picture in my head. And it's like,
So Courtney says to me, now I love Courtney, and she says the theme of the party is what the heck was
Willy
it?
Wonka.
Willy Wonka. Okay.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I remember what they wore. Okay. I saw pictures. I wasn't there.
Okay. So you probably did see a picture. So she says, I really like it when people come in costume, when people come in theme. So I am all about a good costume party, right? So I'm like, I got this. And I am going to come as an Oompa Loompa. Okay. No, it gets better. So I make.
Yeah, it gets like, thank God she's already married better.
So Scott is so sweet. He dresses up as an Oompa Loompa as well. And we're both in I have a green wig, short like this, but green. And I've got the cute little Oompa Loompa costume on. Much to my surprise, she had also hired some little people.
Oh my gosh.
So here we are, dressed as Oompa Loompas, and there are real live Oompa Loompas at the party. And so I, not wanting to be awkward, go over to them and say, hi, can we all have a photo together?
I love it. You have to.
So at this point, here we are, the little group, and I get down on my knees and next to the real Oompa Loompas. There is nobody else at the freaking party dressed in theme.
costume.
Nobody. All these other women are dressed to die for, in their short little cocktail dresses. And I walk in and I'm like, Scott, we have to go home. I have to change out of this costume.
He's like,
no, we're going to embrace this. And everybody's like, no, that's awesome.
We're going to own this.
I admit, though, I would
die.
struggle with
I wanted to die.
I love it.
This is definitely a topic for another time, but I personally would struggle with, you mentioned, say, little people being there, being in the roles of the Oompa Loompa, because I appreciate how they're getting paid. They're doing a job. It's a gig for them, but it makes me uncomfortable and that I'm so nervous about doing the right thing. I mean, we once went to wrestling and it was called midget wrestling. And I realized now there's a family that does it. It's their livelihood. They travel around, they make money. But when I said right away to the friends that I was with, don't take a picture of me, don't post it, because I felt that I was concerned that being in a picture, being at this venue could be misconstrued, could offend someone.
Yeah.
It's just a very difficult, awkward.
But I think that they would probably love it because they love what they're doing.
That's what I think. But I tell you, this is why we need to have more open conversations about things like that, because I am not perfect. I fuck up. I have fucked up. I will continue to fuck up. I'd like to think I could learn from it, say sorry. So I certainly don't ever want to say something inappropriate, do something inappropriate. But that's a good segue, I think, to have more conversations so I make sure that I'm not offending anyone.
Yeah, no, you're not offending.
And I think they were fine. I mean, we all just had a good laugh, right? And one of my best friends in high school actually was a little person. So, I mean, it's so funny but anyway, yeah, I mean, we were best friends. He was in theater with me.
You know, it's funny because my son was in the theater and he had one in
a little
best
person.
friend. In the theater. And I'll tell you, they were one of my favorite performers to watch, you know, so into it and just loved it. And so, I say embrace it, put it out there.
Embrace whatever. Yeah.
Well, certainly to that note, I think one of the best actors, and I'm embarrassed that I don't remember his name, but I don't remember anybody's name. Hello, menopause. But is the actor who is little, who is in Game of Thrones has been in the
Peter. His name is Peter something.
Yes, he was in that Train Stop movie, and he is one of the best actors, not because he's little. He's just one of the best actors.
You forget that he's a little.
You completely do. And I think that's what makes you the best actor. Like when I see there are certain actors I watch, case in point, I think Brad Pitt is certainly good looking, George Clooney, but unfortunately when I watch a movie with George Clooney and Brad Pitt, I only see Brad Pitt and George Clooney.
Yeah.
Whereas somehow I'm able, when I watch a movie with, say, Matt Damon or other actors, or Leonardo DiCaprio, I believe they're the role they're playing.
They're really
so
good.
That's really, but I've never.
His name is Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage.
I love
I mean, he doesn't play a role as being, a little person. You just completely forget.
No, I think he plays a role being a badass.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. He's awesome. We got on a tangent here with the little people, and I'm very sorry to all of you listeners out there. Let's change directions. But to wrap that up, I'm really glad I met you last Christmas and not 2 Christmases ago when I looked a little bit better and more normal anyway. I will show you the photo before we leave. But anyway, so tell us a little more about you and your journey. You're into fashion by way of Chicago. You made it to Sarasota, right? So did you grow up in Chicago?
So I grew up in Chicago, and my parents, my dad's dream was to come here to Sarasota. So he built his dream house on Lido Shores. And then my mom was she still is. She's an artist. So at age 40, she went to Ringling.
Oh, cool.
Which I think is so cool.
That's very cool.
And then she kind of, was just having fun doing arts and all that here in the community. And my mom was like a rock star. She was just so fun and funky. So you guys would love her on the show. She would be really entertaining.
Oh yeah, we'll have her on.
But so that's how I've come here. And back in the day, growing up and when I was in high school and even before that, we'd go to Lido Beach, and everyone I would meet in the summer was all Europeans that would come for vacation. So then they would come visit me in Chicago, and they would be my visitor as like an exchange student. So that whole thing happened. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it sounds like fun. So let's talk about you're not really single. You've met someone maybe.
Well, I'm seeing somebody. It hasn't been announced, so
we're not going to announce it. But what's the dating scene like for you as a mature dater? That's
so as a dater in my young age,
as a young adult.
It's tough here, and I think it's tough everywhere. But
yes, that's
But again, Florida, and I can speak for Sarasota because I live here, but the ratio from men to women is like, and I know I'll be corrected somewhere, but I think it may be 7 to 1. So
seven men for every one woman.
Yes.
Wow.
So
that's a great ratio.
I know. I'm like,
right?
wait,
Yeah.
that's
And
pretty
I
good
can be
odds.
corrected. It may be 10-1. I don't know.
To all my LA girls listening, get your butt to
To
Florida.
Sarasota, yeah.
But
right?
what age group are you talking? There's
Well,
such
you
a
know,
one.
our
Like
our
40 to 60?
demographic here is like from that would be like 40 to probably 70.
70? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's
Yeah.
a good, that's a great.
Or
one.
40s,
Yeah.
70s.
So you're such a connector and you know so many people. I'm just curious. Are you on dating apps or were
okay.
you?
So
Have
that's
you
a
done the
whole-
dating app thing?
So that's a whole other topic. I've never done a dating app.
Okay.
Well, okay. So maybe a little fib. I went on one because I was curious. I never met anybody and went on the date.
Okay.
Isn't everyone curious? Like,
Yeah.
I've been married for 26 years with my husband for 30. I was curious to go.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
You're curious about what?
I was curious to go on a dating site to look just to see how it
I understand
works.
now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I went on and I just was looking. I'm like, oh, yeah, know this one, know this one.
She's
yeah,
swiping,
know this
everybody.
one.
She's swiping. Swiping left.
Well, I don't
Sorry.
know if I'm swiping left, right, up, down. I mean, what the
Yeah.
heck? So, but it was interesting that I found myself down this rabbit hole of having conversations. One guy owned a petting zoo. I thought, oh, I like fainting goats. I mean, okay, let's see what I mean,
Okay.
it's crazy conversations. Another one was a doctor, and but it's for me. I'm a face-to-face person, so I like to meet people face-to-face.
Yeah,
and
so do I.
I have friends that are very, very much love the dating apps, and I just live vicariously through them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel the same way. It's not even necessarily about how someone looks. It's an energy thing for me.
Correct.
I have to feel that the energy has to happen.
Well, we all know that to be true because I remember being so in love with this guy, just thinking he was so hot when I was in college. And I finally went on a date with him. And it was before cell phones where you could have a girlfriend like call you and pretend. And I remember just sitting through the entire, dinner thinking, this is the worst date I've ever been on. He's so boring. Like, okay, he's good looking, but there was nothing else. There's so many factors that go in. So I could see, I agree with you kind of, Sharon. It seems like it would be, and you as well, Linda, that it would be hard to just look at a picture of someone, read a bio and get any type of feeling.
There has to be a chemistry.
Yeah.
There has to be a chemical reaction, right?
Correct.
When you meet somebody, it's either there or it isn't.
Yeah. And well, obviously today's my birthday, so I'm a Gemini. And if I can't connect with somebody mentally, and that's I'm done.
Yeah.
So you have to, mentally connect for me. And if not, I'm going to get really bored. And I'm like, I'm out of here.
Okay. So I know that you just did a TikTok about this. What are your deal breakers?
Oh, my deal breakers. Oh my God.
Because Sharon said that because I just posted the other day or last night, we were out at Ocean Prime, that I've seen on social media, women making comments about, men that double dip. And I'm like, really? If that's your red flag or your deal breaker, because I'm a quadruple dipper.
No, but if it's a community bowl is what they're saying.
Yeah,
like if
they
it's
call it Sarasota.
Right? Yeah, we know we've talked about Sarasota a little bit, but
I
you
feel
can
like they
expand on
say
that.
I feel like they say that about everywhere I've lived.
Okay, well, probably.
Really?
Yeah. It's like it's everywhere.
Yeah.
But I would say one of my deal breakers is definitely learned the hard way from love bombers. We have a lot of love bombers.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, you don't know what a love bomber is?
No, tell.
Wait, before you tell, I just need to tell our listeners, we've been joined by another guest who is now on Linda's lap. My cat, Louie, is who wants to just say hello to everyone. I know. Louie is just a lover, and he has come to say hello to Linda. So anyway, welcome, Louie. He will not be saying, well, I just heard him meow, so hopefully he won't be saying too much.
Okay, so give me the tea on this whole love bomb
so,
thing.
And I have dated a couple love bombers. So love bombers, they come in hot and they come in strong. Yeah, real hot and real strong. And that feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like it really, listen, you're feeding my ego. Keep going.
Right.
But then as quick as that goes and they say all these wonderful things and put you on a pedestal, then they just start chipping away at it until you fall over. And so no love bombers. If you meet somebody, and they start, oh yes, and I'm, you know, I'm going to take you here, and we're going to go whisk off to here, and you know, oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, bullshit.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Okay.
Bullshit.
Yeah, that's right.
Bullshit.
Yeah, we're all gonna get into
Bullshit.
that. Yeah. Okay.
So definitely a love bomber. We have a lot of those.
Okay. So what else?
Oh gosh, let's see. Well, I would.
Wait,
Can
is there-
people be honest about seeing other people? Because this, at least, like, I lived in LA for 13 years and I have several friends who are single there now. And they said it's difficult. They're dating because it's the opposite, actually. There are a ton of single women for, you know, few single men. And they said that for better or worse, the men are honest with them. They say, look, you're beautiful. I want to take you out again. I want to have sex. Like, this is a lot of fun, but I want to make it clear I'm going to be on dates with other women, having sex or going on vacation. So I have to give them props that at least they're honest about it. Mm-hmm. But my girlfriends are like, dude, really? Like, no one wants to be monogamous.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. So with the love bombers, I think that they're, of course, full of bullshit, and they have, you know, probably, you know, 2 or 3 girls. And, you know, I just, again, living in your truth. If I'm seeing somebody or dating someone, which I kind of am, you know, you ask, you know, you're honest about it. You know, we're adults, just talk and be real.
But is there a number of dates? Like, do you wait till you've been on 5 dates, 6 dates? Like, is there kind of like a number where you feel that then you have to have the conversation about
being
seeing
exclusive?
Other people?
Being
exclusive.
Well, I think with being exclusive, I think, you know, if you don't know by 6 months,
okay,
you're done. You should just move on.
I agree.
If you can't be exclusive by 6 months and you haven't had that talk, I think then you're not in it to win it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, then what are we doing here?
Right.
And if not, don't waste my time, because I could be out shopping again.
Right.
You know?
I agree with that. I mean, as someone who, like I said, has not been single in 30 years, but I will say that my husband called me to have that specific conversation after we dated
for how long?
3 months of the summer, and said, look, I need to know where this is going. I know how I feel, what I think about this relationship. And he was very honest. And he said, is this just a fling for you? And I have to admit, I was sort of like, because I didn't want to be vulnerable.
But, you know, the really important part there is that he was leading and he was being a man.
Yep.
And that's what we don't see in the dating pool. That's like a huge part. Yeah. You know, a lot of women want to take the bull by the horns and be like, well, when are we doing this? And when are we doing this? And what are we doing? No, just if they're not coming to you and they're not leading as a man, move on. I
agree with you. I like how I like the verbiage you chose, the expression that the man needs to lead.
He needs to lead. Let the man be a man, you know, and if he's not calling you, he's not texting you, he's not asking you out on real dates.
Yeah.
You know, he just wants to meet for a drink. Okay, whatever. You know, I can call my girlfriends for that.
That sounds like advice for the men that might be listening.
Yes.
Right? I'm like, no, that's a good piece of advice. So men, listen up.
Yeah.
It is good advice, because in fairness though, Linda, I do say, and I want to put this out there because we certainly are not women who want to male bash, but how it is difficult sometimes for men that are single. I love to sit at the bar. I have a need to connect people and chat. And as a happily married woman, I've been out in Sarasota many times by myself when my husband's away for work at a bar eating, and we'll strike up a conversation with a guy. And I give them credit, because when there's a woman like you sitting at the bar who's very attractive, if they notice you're single without a ring, I've now been told by several men that it's hard for them to strike up a conversation because they've been told, oh, I'm not single, or, oh, I'm married, and they'll say, I'm just trying to have a conversation, not necessarily hitting on you, that it's hard to be the guy and have a conversation and lead. Sometimes it's hard for the guy to,
but they do need to lead.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah. And that's my opinion, but yeah. So
they could be clear about their intentions up front, I would think.
Well, you'd hope so.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're talking to you at a bar, they can lead with, I've got a wife at home.
Right. Or at least, well,
I mean, if that's the case. Yeah.
And then, and just in dating in general, just, date with intent. I mean, why know your truth? Why are you dating? And be honest with people.
I agree.
And that's it. Just live with,
You mean if you want to get married one day,
if you want to get married one day,
companionship,
if you just want to, life partner, if you are a busy person, you live here half the time, you're, during season, and then you go back up north or Europe, in the summer, and you have no intent on bringing this person that you're seeing, that you just met, however, bar, dating app, the grocery store, be honest about it. So I just say dating with intent and being honest is the way to go. It makes everyone's life a lot easier.
Well, to that note, my father, who is now retired, but was a divorce lawyer for, over 40 years, always said to my sisters and I, and emphasized the importance of how important honesty was in a relationship, that if you don't have honesty, you're screwed.
And if you're not having good communication from the very beginning, like I said, mentally, I have to be intrigued first, because I ask questions, and that's like, ding, ding, ding. Okay, I'm out.
So what do you think's the best first date?
The best first date, like where, or
what would you want as a first date? Cup of coffee, meet for a cocktail, go to the movies, go to dinner.
I want to ride roller coasters or go to a concert. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that would be a good first date for you.
Yeah, because that shows me fun.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, so that would be like, okay.
So take me to Busch Gardens or something.
Yeah, why
for the
not?
Day.
Something fun.
Oh, I like
just
that.
Something
we'll go skydiving.
Almost kind of like just off the cuff, just kind of having fun.
Okay.
Not make it so formal and try to impress. Like that. That's kind of where the love bombing kind of comes in.
Okay.
It's like you're sitting across the table from somebody, and it's like, well,
that was always.
No, I love that.
That was always an immediate no for me when I was single in New York. If you'd go on a date and the guy would make it a point when he was buying you a drink to whip out like a big wad of cash and go pay for something, you would be immediately like,
and the pinky ring with the diamond.
It just the whole trying to impress.
Yes, that's do something fun. I mean, we may be older, but we can have fun. I mean, so just something different. I mean, we have so many cool things to do here. I mean, go to Big Cat Habitat, do something. I don't know. You can ride horses on Anna Marie Island, just something fun.
Go dancing.
Yeah.
So I want to circle back just ever so slightly and to the fashion side and what you've done with other people, helping them come out of their shell, dress in something that is inspiring. What's something you did in your own repertoire outfit that you feel like you stepped a little outside of the box, whether it was maybe, wearing like a jacket as a dress or some type of new shoes, or is there some outfit or thing you can think of where you like went somewhere and had something different on that you felt like you were stepping out of your box? Yeah,
so I did. It ended up in a lot of print here in Sarasota.
Oh, I knew it. Give me the tea. I know it.
I was going to an event, and everyone dresses, they're really nice, and here in Sarasota at the events, and I just wanted to do something different. And there's a lot of themed events, and I'm like, no, I just want to be me, So I wore this a simple plain black slip dress, but over it was a white see-through dress that almost looked like bricks, the way the way that all the seams were sewn in.
Okay.
And then big plastic, huge flowers sewn all over it.
Oh, fun.
And it was just like, I couldn't even, it was over the top. I couldn't even walk.
Yeah.
Everyone was stopping me. Let me get a picture. Look at this. And I was like, I love this dress. And so,
did you make it?
No. Well, part of it. Yes.
Okay.
So it was an idea and a craft that came up, but it was just so much fun. It was so much fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So whenever I see something like, ideas like that, or like when I see you girls, I mean, you guys are out of the box,
Well, I certainly, everyone who knows me, I certainly love to see that, because I think, and I have, a couple of things that are, maybe not cheap, maybe a little flashy, but I really enjoy when I go to an event or some function demonstrating that having money and buying something with a label, wearing something expensive doesn't equal necessarily like high fashion or looking great.
It's how you put it together.
It's how you put it together. Obviously, you need to feel really good about yourself. But case in point, you mentioned when you came here that I had just been in Monaco, and here I am in Monaco at the Grand Prix, and I'm, at a party at the Palace, and these women are standing here in dresses that are worth thousands of dollars.
Aren't we all?
I have my mother-in-law's good friend, Chip, an old shirt that he would wear to work. I'm wearing it as a dress with one of my husband's ties, and, silver, Steve Madden boots. So my whole outfit, and these big earrings, my whole outfit probably cost, $150, everything.
That's what styling
and I
is.
felt great.
Yes. And I did see that too with your daughter. And by the way, ties are really in.
Aren't they fun?
Yes.
Ties
and, you could get vintage ones. Go to
I did have to have my husband help me tie it, though. I don't know how to tie a tie. Can you ladies tie a tie?
No, I can't. No.
Yeah. But YouTube taught me.
He tied it around his own neck, loosened the knot so that I could put it over my neck and then tighten
That's the best way.
So just like Sharon, you were trying to roll your R's, I am going to learn how to tie a tie.
Can I ask you a question? Now, this is it's way out off the beaten path here, but I'm going to go for it anyway. So you just said ties are in for women to wear. Can I ask you, why is it so taboo for a man to dress like a woman?
Great question, Sharon.
I mean, it's
question.
Okay for women to dress like men. Apparently, it's in.
Yeah, why can't a man wear a dress?
Why can't a man wear a dress?
Well, they do.
Well, I know they do, but they get the side eye.
I've styled quite a few men,
but a lot of them get the side eye. It's not the same as if a woman walks out looking.
Correct.
It's chic for a woman to look like a man. They'll often get a second look.
With the exception of the kilt. I mean, my husband on several occasions has worn.
Yeah, but you know what I'm getting at.
Yes, I know exactly.
I mean, you know what I'm getting
at.
That's why I'm asking.
We can't, Sharon and I refuse to pander to using the derogatory comments, but yes, then you get all the derogatory comments.
Yeah, it's very upsetting to me.
It's upsetting to me too.
So I want to bring that up. And you said you've styled men in women's clothing. So please talk more about that.
Many men. And listen, I mean, they love it. They own it. And they feel so good. And again, it goes
back. Are these straight heterosexual men? And because I could care less if a, gay man is wearing a dress, but I would like to see straight men.
Well,
wearing
or trans. I mean, whatever.
Exactly.
Whatever.
I honestly never ask what their to me, it's relevant. A client coming, it's relevant. And we have fun with the process. And again, they, as long as they're confident and owning it, at the end of the day, I've done what I love to do.
Right.
So, but the trend we're seeing that men are doing is
big baggy jeans.
Yeah, big baggy jeans. And we're seeing a lot of bags.
Men are doing
they're
bags.
carrying bags better than women.
My husband's going to die if he hears this, because that's been his new thing, saying, when is it going to come to America? Which designer is going to make that bank by convincing the men to wear, you know, that bag that's going to make everyone want to go out and buy it. I mean, the baggy jeans, huge. We're seeing it all, not so much here, but all over Europe. Charles Leclerc, the driver who won the Grand Prix last year, who drives for Ferrari, who, you know, gets paid $40 million and then sponsorships, what have you. Adorable, wears the big baggy jeans, but
big
I want
oversized.
to see it in America.
Big jackets.
Yeah.
Really, like, you know, kind of like in the 80s, the real big, almost like talking heads, you know, that were in the oversized jackets. But we're seeing bags. What I'm seeing, they're carrying, and of course it's in Europe, they're carrying these bags better than women. I think it looks fabulous.
It does, but I want to see it in America. And I think literally that could take whoever that designer that hasn't been discovered yet, who creates some bag that it suddenly becomes cool, and you have all the fraternity kids and the new workers who are, you know, have jobs in New York City and Chicago and are walking around all the time having some cool shit.
Well, that's the thing. In the cities like Chicago and New York, you will see that. They're wearing them. They're wearing those big jeans and, you know, even the big round jeans, and they're wearing the bags, you know, and hopefully we'll see it in Sarasota.
Well, I just want to say thank you to you for making our men feel comfortable in whatever they want to wear. If they want to wear a dress, go for it. We want to see your legs. I want to see those legs. Show them off. Wear those heels. You do you. So rock it. That's what I want to say to our men out there. Just be, if women can be men, men can be women. That's
right.
all.
That's right.
That's all I'm saying. Fashion is for whatever. And it's supposed to be what, Lauren?
Fashion is supposed to be fun.
Fun.
It is.
And it's not gender specific. We're all supposed to have fun with it.
It makes you feel good. It's supposed to make you feel empowered and fun and smile when you walk by the mirror and you look at yourself.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. There's no, you know, little way that you're supposed to follow rules. No, there's no rules. You wear what makes you feel good.
There are no rules, but there are trends. So what other trends are you seeing in fashion right now besides the tie?
Oh, well, we're seeing everything's going brown. Browns. We're seeing a lot of browns.
Okay.
And so I like to use chocolate because I like chocolate. And and of course we're seeing, well, at least that's what I'm seeing, is butter yellows. And Dolce & Gabbana just came out with their new line, which is purples. So and I'm loving the purples and the plums. But, you know, listen, to me, everything's always in.
Okay.
It's really how you wear it and how you own it. I can go into my closet and grab something from, you know, from the 1990s.
I heard skinny jeans are actually coming back, but now they're called cigarette jeans.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard from somebody else. So, because I guess I like the flared look myself.
I love a flare look.
And then I just got into the skinny jeans, and then it twisted over to the flare, and I'm like, I have a whole thing.
This is why it is so difficult for women like me to get rid of things in their closet, because I literally this, I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I'm putting it out there, stress about the fact that if I get rid of that 1 month from now, I might be like planning out my outfit and think, you know what would be perfect? That sequin jacket. And I sent it to Goodwill, and it'll be like, it'll ruin my day.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, you know, you collect, and every time when I go into, I'm collector. And when I go into my wardrobe, then I look and I'm like, oh, remember when I got this? And, you know, and everything's a memory. And I, you know, what did I do? Did I have, you know, was that fun? You know, and if I had a good experience with that handbag, I'm going to grab that handbag. I'm going to have a good time because I love this handbag.
So give us a quick little crash course. I know this is really hard to simplify something that's kind of complicated, but give us a little help for if you're trying to organize your closet. If you're just going to do like one or two things, is it organized by color? Is it like items, like put your shirts in one area, your sweaters in another? What's like top quick 3 that will help those of us that are like, oh my God, where
everything's rolled in a ball in a drawer. Yeah.
So for me, I always like to do, I do my tanks to my shirts, and I'm very specific, like tanks to t-shirts to button down shirts.
Okay.
And then I'm I love little outfits. I have a lot of jogger outfits. So I put all my jackets and pants or skirts and jackets that go together, put those in, because I could always grab the tanks or the t-shirts as fillers.
Right.
So I have my fillers, and then, and it just makes it easy. You kind of just look, and I color coordinate it too. That's pretty bad. So, and I like to keep my boxes for the shoes.
Okay.
Oh, you keep your boxes?
I do. I like to keep my boxes.
I have a question about designer fashion. Do you think it's worth investing in quality designer pieces, or do you think it's okay to also buy a few things from Shein?
I do both.
You do
I'll
both.
be honest. I mean, I love designer, clothes. I've loved it my whole life. But at the same time, I like to put things together. And if I can be walking through Target and I'll be like, "Oh, that's kind of cute." What am I going to do with that?
Okay.
So definitely. Mm-hmm.
But that's someone to me then who really loves fashion and has an eye for fashion, because it shouldn't be. I mean, you can take, a top brand, and I don't care how expensive it is. I'm like, I would never wear that. We went to a wedding one time, and, my husband's cousin, who's very attractive with a drop dead gorgeous body, was in a Chanel outfit, and his
Beautiful.
aunt kept saying, "Doesn't she look great?" And I said, "Not really." And she said, "But it's Chanel." And I said, "Yeah, but it does nothing for her body." And she said again, "Yeah, but it's Chanel." I was like, that doesn't make it.
Yeah. So again, you can put something on, a brand name, and, who doesn't love Chanel, right? But it's how you put it all together.
Okay.
So maybe she needed a little more, or maybe it wasn't the right fit.
Yeah.
So I met a lady in the elevator once, and I said, "Oh, just come with me." And, and I just come with me. And, and she was still in her beach clothes and everything. And next thing you know, I'm throwing a Chanel dress on her, and she was like, "Oh my God, I love it." And she's like, "Where am I going to wear it?" And I go, "You're going to go wear it down to dinner tonight." It looks fabulous.
Funny.
And she's like, "Well, I don't have this." She goes, "Oh," and she ran to a room and brought a pair of shoes back. She goes, "What about these?" She goes, "I got them wherever she got them, at a mall or something." And I said, "They're perfect." I said, "It looks great."
Yeah.
So it's all just,
So
if it
fun.
feels good, do it. Yep.
Yeah. And some pieces I think are investment pieces,
For
like
sure.
a perfect pair of jeans.
That's why I keep the box for the shoes and the bags. Yeah. Because they're investment
pieces. You
Yeah.
can resell them. Yeah. That makes sense. Do you have a favorite designer?
Oh, I kind of go down this road, this roller coaster road of favorite designers. Let's see. For a long time, it was Roberto Cavalli. I just loved. I don't know.
You're speaking Lauren's language.
Oh my gosh, it was
Cavalli.
like if there was a snake on it. I don't even like snakes, and I was like, oh, I want to have Roberto Cavalli. I would just like turn into this whole other person. And I think. I love everything. I really do. But I have to say, if there was one, that was the one that I would really just melt over. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I think
I love Cavalli. I don't have any Cavalli, but I love.
You're a Gucci girl more.
Cavalli.
I feel like you're more of a Gucci
I am
girl.
a total Gucci girl. I'm just the Gucci over the top they show, where they do, the spreads in the magazines where it's very colorful, and they have glasses that take up half.
That's right. Your glasses.
Half
those
their
are great.
face. And,
Yes. Did you see the goggles that they have?
Well, I just bought
She has
a
them,
runway
yeah.
black Gucci that take up half my face with a big gold G's.
And
on
then
the
they have one that has a
side.
scarf. So it's almost like, when I'm
That's
Polish, some say
crazy.
babushka. It's like a goggles with
Yeah.
this beautiful Gucci scarf.
Just
Oh my
because
gosh, I got to send that to her.
Yeah, it's over
She
the
would love
top
that.
and
Mhm.
fun, and so it goes to my personality.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm curious to what your,
What's yours?
yeah,
Sharon?
what's yours?
I don't really, we have this conversation a lot. I don't really follow fashion in the same way Lauren does. I look at it. If I like what you're wearing, I love that. Like I would try that on and see if that fits and looks good on me. But I'm more, again, I have to see the piece
Mm-hmm.
and say, yes, that feels good. It's not about the brand.
So it's about The
I know
texture?
it's about the texture. It's about the color. I like a vibrant, bold color. I tend to like Alice and Olivia.
Oh, I love Alice and Olivia. Who doesn't? It's fun.
It's fun.
It's like putting on a bouquet of flowers.
Yeah, I like a lot of her pieces. They just fit me well.
Uh-huh.
Bronx and Banco is another one
love
that
Bronx and Banco.
it's another go-to for me a lot.
I don't know that one.
Oh, it's fun.
You don't know Bronx and Banco?
Oh, fun.
I don't know it.
And funky.
I'll Google it after.
Yeah. So so I'm petite. I mean, I'm 5'3" and I am tiny. So I have to find a designer that I don't want to go to alterations all the time. I want stuff that I know is going to fit me. And so Allison, I have to have everything hemmed. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I don't know. I do like the fabrics, just the designs of those designers, and they just tend to fit my body well.
Yep. Sharon also dresses like differently for different occasions.
Very much so.
We were just talking about this because she just went. We met because our daughters both went to Harvard. I had a Harvard sweatshirt on. We started talking about Harvard, but like she had an outfit on for her daughter's graduation at Harvard that is not a same outfit she would wear to the yacht club. So that's, which I'm not saying is good or bad, or I'm just someone who wears like wherever I'm going.
You're going to be consistent.
So I'm sort of consistent.
You're like a mood dresser.
I'm a mood dresser. I'm a situation dresser that if there's so even if I go to the yacht club, I want to dress a little bit edgy, but also classy and sophisticated. I don't want to give up a vibe where it's too over the top if I'm in that environment. Yep. Now, if I'm
I walk in and I'm like, this too much.
She will just let it go.
Back on.
She'll let it go. But then if I'm at a cocktail party or an event, then I will go all out.
Yeah, because she's not shy. I mean, Sharon has a phenomenal body. And so you brought it for the New York Fashion Week.
Yes.
You still need to find a way to rewear that.
I know.
I need to see that.
A sheer red short dress sort of.
I'm not shy about bringing it, but I'm very, very conscious of.
She's selective where she brings it.
I saw you ladies at Wine, Women, and Shoes.
Oh, she did.
Let me tell you, I didn't know you then. And I said to my girlfriend, I said, I'm going to meet those ladies.
Yeah, that was fun.
Those are the girls I want to meet.
Yeah. See, we'll bring it for stuff like I will. You were going to bring it no matter what. That was awesome. Would you believe I found that dress and those shoes the day before? I was dying to know what you guys were
wearing. I wanted to come up on the stage and go, can I just look at that?
So the dress is a Leo Lynn dress that I had on.
Okay. It was beautiful, that blue dress. And
girl, I found that at Laura Jean's consignment store.
Oh my God.
The day before. And the shoes were Giuseppe Zanotti's and they happened to be in the case there. And I was like, those are the craziest shoes I've ever seen.
It was great.
And after 5 hours in them, I wanted to cry and I couldn't wait to get them off at the end of the night. But anyway, so just, they were a find.
And then the two of you together, you and you're kind of like going out with that.
I had a coat on, a pink tulle coat.
With those big glasses.
Yeah. That was a coat she belted.
That was a coat I belted. That coat was probably like $85 for that coat.
And that's the other thing. Women grab belts and put them over those jackets. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Right.
And the boots that she had that day were amazing. That was fun. But but I am very, that's why I can't name one designer that I love because I will wear anything if it makes sense for the occasion.
Sharon did ask me who I would love to meet though. And I said, I would love to meet Donatello Versace.
Oh yeah. Right.
Yeah.
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 I lived in Miami back in the day when he was still alive, and so would be at the News Cafe, and he was there every day. So that's something that I kind of
love the News Cafe
because it's like, oh my gosh! I mean, he used to be sitting there, he'd say hello, and it's like, wow, Wow.
And for you listeners, the News Cafe is still there, South Beach, Miami, on Ocean Drive. But back in the day, you would go like. Anybody was sitting there, and then you would have the models who were hoping to be seen, and they would walk back and forth like 10 times waiting for somebody who was eating, and it wasn't just breakfast, lunch, or dinner because we went there late night a couple times, like 4 a.m., 5 a.m.
Yeah.
But boy, was that place a scene.
Yep, it was a lot of
They
fun.
need to do a movie about newscasters.
They do. But you said Versace, and I,
Yeah.
Well, friends and Hang Squad members, we are having so much fun talking to Linda today. But did you have something?
Yeah, I was just going to say, if somebody wanted to, was having an event and needed your expertise, or they needed to do a huge shop or revamp their closet, what have you, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, they can call me, or they can find me at Linda's Luxuries on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook.
Okay, Linda's Luxuries.
Or Linda Krysinski. Or you can just call me. I'll give you my number.
We'll get you in touch with Linda. Oh, you want to give it to her? Go ahead.
941-928-3389. That's it.
All right.
Sharon and I will apologize in advance for the men that call that number who aren't looking for fashion. So I just want to get that apology out now.
I don't think we need to apologize. She'll be thanking us. She'll be like,
I'll be just fine. I don't know how to handle every phone call.
Do you want us to screen them for you? Maybe we should have given out our phone numbers.
It might be something we can do on
We can do a future podcast about all the weird calls.
Yep.
That will be fun. All right. I promised that I would ask you this question before we close. What advice would you give your younger self?
Oh my gosh. My younger self. Probably the advice I would give my younger self would be that I should have, and not that I didn't, but that I should have really, really jumped in and went full force for what I really wanted to do. I would have, looking
Which
back,
is what?
I wanted to be a fashion designer. That's what I wanted to be.
What'd you do instead?
Oh gosh,
everything but. Everything but.
It's like the female Forrest Gump here. I just felt like running. I did a lot of things. I just, it was kind of, tried so many things which were fun, but always in fashion. I modeled. I raced snowmobiles. I mean, it's crazy. All the things I did. So yeah, I just wish I would have had that tenacious
that's a good
attitude
answer.
that I have now. I wish the younger version of me would have been living her truth more.
Yeah. I think that's hard when we're young to live our truth. We don't always know what it is.
No,
we don't know. It takes us a while to
discover. I was very shy.
Were you?
Yes. I was very shy.
Shock. I mean, what?
I was too, actually.
I was. I had to come out of my shell. Yeah.
I was too. Yeah.
I think I need to go. Never shy. I need to go back in mine, I think, sometimes.
Maybe let you out of your shell.
You need to go back in your shell.
You help everyone else come out of their shell.
We're going to put Lauren back in her shell. Until next time. What do we say to our Hang Squad?
Peace out, Girl Scout.
Peace out, Girl Scout. Till next time.
Thank you. That was fun. You guys were so much fun. I didn't know